Wow, wow, wow. It's good to be home. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. It is good to be home. I would like to thank everyone that made this event possible. Thank you for Beth for reaching out. Thank you to Hannah. Thank you to Sylvia. Thank you for allowing me to be here to come and speak with you all. It is truly an honor and a privilege to be in your presence. I've come from Washington, D.C., and you know, there's no place I'd rather be than home. So, hello everyone, my name is Marvelous Abraham, and I'm a Thompson Island Outward Bound alumni. Today, I'm going to share with you my story and how Thompson Island played a role in where I'm at today in life. First and foremost, I grew up right outside of Boston and Randolph, the second of 5 kids, who with in a household full of energy, love, and competitive degree. I'm the second out of 4 boys, so we wrestled and we fought a lot, but it was probably like the best thing growing up and living there and being at home. According to my mom, I was the most mischievous one out of all my siblings, and it is kind of true because I like to get my way, and I would figure out ways to get my way. So even if it meant getting candy or setting up my siblings and causing a little bit of trouble, I would do it to get my way. However, though, from an early age, I was always surrounded by good family members and good role models, and the responsibility of giving back to the community was always instilled in me. Growing up in Randolph, I had the deep love for nature, playing at the beach, playing outdoor sports, and just engaging with just different things around my neighborhood. When I was 16 years old, a close friend from my football team worked for Thompson Island Outward Bound, and he was just like, hey, this would be a great opportunity for you. And for me, I was like, oh, okay. So I did a little bit of research. I never heard of the Thompson Island Outward Bound Islands. I was very, very confused. But I took a leap of faith, then I applied, and I'm here ever since. Till this day, I still remember my first day at Thompson Island. I just remember getting to the loading dock, them telling us, hey, you got to put some trash bins on the boat. And I'm like, me put some trash bins? What? And I just remember the boat ride going on. And I remember thinking to myself, what the heck did I get myself into? I was like, can we turn this boat around? And deep down I knew we couldn't turn this boat around. And I was on and here for a new chapter of my life. I just remember just, being with my crew and just remember just the whole atmosphere of my first day. During my years at Thompson Island, I was able to take my mischief, but what I like to call strategic thinking, and apply it to my crew. We had a lot of work to get done, but we also wanted to be extremely effective and efficient. So, for me, I was always with my crew. Some of my crew members are here, he knows. I like to get things done. During my second year, I had the privilege and the honor to build the platform in the Salt Marsh, which is still used by thousands of students today. It is crazy to think, in our second year, they told us we weren't gonna finish it. And our crew, we made up our minds, we were gonna finish it no matter what. And luckily, a week before, we were able to finish it. The Green Ambassador program not only taught me about life, it taught me how to be a professional. It taught me essential life skills that I carry out till this day. Without that program, I wouldn't be where I'm at all. On the island, I also learned about giving grace to people throughout the time period of just being a GA. When you meet people from different backgrounds and different worlds, sometimes you are gonna clash. And moments like that did happen. But I learned really just by being around different people and just listening to their stories on the island, how to give grace and how to pivot and adapt and really understand people and just know their story. Everyone in this room has a story, and I implore that you always take the time. For me, it was imperative that I learn. Now I understand the true meaning of diversity. I understand the true meaning of people. I understand the true meaning of life. Our days on the island, though, were hot, sweaty, disgusting, muddy, but those are some of the best times of my life, and I wouldn't trade it in the world. I remember my first camping experience as a GA. going to Peddix Island. It was just like, we had to go clear some trails. And boy, I just remember our group just having a blast, but also getting into a little bit of tips. But I remember our campfire night. I just remember taking a step back and really looking at everything and just being like, wow, we're really a unified team. We really made it to the point where our crew leaders were trying to get us to. Yes, it took a lot of fighting, it took a lot of forgiveness, it took a lot of communication, but we got there. And I think the worst, but the best part about it is it came at the end of the summer, so the following week it was time to pack our bags and go home. But for that, I will always be grateful, and I will always cherish those moments. So I finished the Green Ambassador program in 2016. After that, that's the same year I also graduated from high school and was going to college. So I took my talents from Boston to New York to go to St. John's University to study marketing. Because of the skills I learned on Thompson Island, I knew how to communicate my learning ability to my professors, and I was able to take the skills and everything that I learned to really be successful and hone my own degree and hone my journey as a college student. Fortunately, but unfortunately, I graduated at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, and I decided to take a year off before I decided to pursue my master's degree. During that time, I worked as a co-athletic director at a Boys and Girls Club, and I was able to work there and mentor students just because I had the experience from Thompson Island. I was able to pay back everything I learned and give it to a whole new group of children, and that was the most rewarding and the most impactful time of my life. Also, I'm going to tell you about an experience I had coming back during my college days as an intern at the Summer Connections program and also being an instructor. Working with middle school students, I found it the best joy in the world to work with them. They're at that stage where they're becoming their own, their minds are just developing, but they're also cool, but not too cool. They're grown, but not that grown, but it's really, really fun. So for them, when they came out to the island, I understood that some of them, weren't traditional learners. I'm not a traditional learner. I'm very hands-on. You have to show me, I have to do it as well. And so a lot of those students were exactly just like me. So for me, I wanted to give them an experience that I always had on the island. So I took great pride in that work, and I made sure to do it with the best ability possible. I just remember this one student named Jazz Marie. She was a sweetheart, she was brilliant, but she was just a little bit disruptive. I just remember, them bringing her to me, and it was just having a conversation with her just to gauge where she was at. I remember taking her to the side and really asking her, hey, how are you? And she was saying that was the first time someone really asked her how she actually was. So through social media trends, through music, through just things that little kids, are gauging in, I took the time to really get to know her, build that trust, and build that rapport. By the end of that summer, it was the most beautiful thing to see that someone who was considered disruptive was a leader for their crew. So being on Thompson Island, working with those middle school students really gave me that platform, gave me that edge, and gave me the opportunity just to pour back into the younger generation. Thompson Island taught me a lot. I wouldn't be where I'm at without Thompson Island today. Without Thompson Island, I wouldn't have got my bachelor's, I wouldn't have got my master's, and I currently wouldn't be working for the company I'm working for till this day. I thank Thompson Island for everything that it's done. Thompson Island taught me the value of hard work, determination, and instilled the drive in me never to give up. I've learned how to confront challenges head on, and I've also, been able to do this, whether it's moving to New York, moving to DC, or starting a new job as a risk compliance consultant. Thompson Island provided me with the foundation to carry for my journey and for me to carry those lessons with me every single day. In my opinion, Thompson Island is the best place in the world. Thompson Island taught me about life, nature, people, and the power of community. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for the countless young minds that will benefit off Thompson Island. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for believing in the power of Thompson Island. Thank you for everything that you've done and everything that you're going to do. Your investment in my journey has not only impacted my life, but also impacted the lives of many other people. I continue and want to pay it forward. Together, we're shaping the bold minds and empowering the next generation. Thank you very much.